Hi, my name is Jasmine Ibera, and I chose Costume Design Portfolio on the play The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde. About the play called The Importance of Being Earnest by Oscar Wilde is about two young men named Jack Worthing and Algernon Moncrief, who pretended to be someone else. The person they're pretending to be is called Ernest. They pretend to be like him so that they can no longer have responsibilities and to impress the woman they love. As time goes by, the lies grow, identities change, mistaken engagements happen, and everything unreveals. In the end, everyone finds happiness along with other connections like family. Script Analyst Part 1. The setting is in the morning room in Algern's London flat. Lane the script mentions that he's a butler who serves drinks. His costume impacts gives a black servant uniform, white shirt, black tie, polished shoes. Ogren, his script mentions wealthy, fashionable. He owns a cigar case. His impact is the morning suit with gloves and a pocket watch. John, he goes by two names, so John Jack. His script mentions that he's wealthy from the countryside. He also carries a cigar case. And the impact that we got from this would be that he has a morning suit, which means wealth, and a hat and gloves. Gwendolyn, her script mentions that she's elegant, fashionable, high class. So her impact would be dresses during the day along with hat, gloves, and jewelry. Lady Bracknell, her script mentions that she's an aristocrat and she's wealthy, and her impact is a rich Victorian gown with oversized hat, gloves, and pearls. On to Script Analysts Act 2. The setting is at the garden at the Manor House in July. So, starting with Cecily, her script mentions that she and Jack are together. She studies with Miss Prism, loves writing in her diary, and loves being in the garden. Her costume impact would reflect her innocence. It's suitable for studying outside and being in the garden, and shows her wealth. Miss Prism, her script mentions she is responsible for Cecily's education. She helps teach her discipline, and she's her governess. Her costume impact would be appropriate and conservative. Cannon's script mentions that he's a local clergyman. He visits the manor house and he's respectful. So his costume impact would be that he's a part of the clergy. He is formal and professional. Ogren, Act 2, script mentions that he pretends to be Ernest, has traveled from London to Manor House, and he wants to show up for Cecily. His impact would be fashionable, suitable for the countryside, and reflect his upper class status. Script Analysis Act 2 for Jack would be his script mentions that he returns to the manor house dressed for the country. He tells everyone about his death and he finds out that Ogren pretends to be Ernest. The impact would be that he wears different clothes compared to his living back in London, all while still appearing to be a neat gentleman. Gwendolyn, his script mentions that he travels from London to the manor house. She comes unexpected and she still dresses as a Victorian woman. Her impact would be the appearance of a elegant and suitable for travel. And Lady Bracknell does not appear in Act 2. Script Analyst Act 3. The setting is the morning room at the manor house. Starting with Jack, his script mentions he asks Gwendolyn for marriage. He learns who he is within himself. His impact would still remain intact, and it shows his wealth and be able to live in the countryside. Algernon script mentions he still tries to be earnest until he gets revealed, and he proposes to Cecily. The impact would still remain wealthy and fashionable. Gwendolyn's script mentions that she lives at the manor house. She lets Jack in after she finds out who he truly is, and she allows him to propose. The impact will remain the same. She will remain elegant and fashionable. Cecily script mentions she also lives at the manor house. She accepts Algernon's proposal. The impact will remain wealthy and fashionable. Lady Bracknell script mentions that she arrives to the manor house, snoops around, and finds out things about Cecily and Miss Prism, about the engagement, and her impact will be to still continue to show more. Her clothes will show more wealth than any other. Mrs. Prism, the script mentions that she returns. She spots Lady Bracknell and she tells everyone the truth about Jack's life as a kid. Her costume impact will remain conservative. Dr. Cannon's script mentions he shows up with Miss Prism and sees the come together of the plot. The impact will remain to show he's a clergyman. And Marian script mentions that he also works at the manor house as a servant. Impact will show he works as a servant, but neat and still professional. Here is the costume rendings. And here is the change table of Act 1, Act 2, Act 3, the times of change, and the character.